Kuzma was asked if he was disappointed in not facing the Clippers in the conference finals, and he said, quote, "We're not focusing on the Clippers. We never really were. It's all about what's in front of you." Vince, how big of a hit did the Clippers take in Los Angeles by not even making it to meet the Lakers to the conference finals?
Well, first of all, I hear you, Kuz. You're saying the right thing, but I think it's a big hit, obviously, to the Clippers. The Lakers did what they're supposed to do, and they were waiting for the matchup. And, you know, it was disappointing. They didn't play well. They didn't defend well. And they just didn't get it done.
Yeah, no, I agree. But look, Vince, you're saying that he's saying what he's supposed to, but let's be really honest. The Lakers are never worried about what the Clippers are doing, right? The Clippers have too much going on, too much stuff. And it's true, when you're on these championship runs, it's not like, hey, we want to fight. I would have loved for the Golden State Warriors to have lost to Oklahoma City. Like, I don't care about any of that. How mad are you that you're not facing the Warriors? I would be ecstatic, but that's the reality. So they're not worried that they didn't get the Clippers. Hey, I just want to say this. The only thing to it is that it was so much hype around it, and they're saying now, all of a sudden, before they play the game, they're saying, hey, the Clippers are better than the Lakers. They're going to win it. So, of course, you know, in LeBron, like you said, they don't care. But at the same time, if we beat the Clippers to go on to the finals, what are you going to say then? It's about winning a championship. It don't matter.
Absolutely.
It's about winning a championship and getting there. Because you know what?
If they still want to beat up little brother.
Again, but if the Lakers would have lost, then the Clippers would have been laughing and all the memes and all the Patrick Beverleys, and it's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. They couldn't even get here. So the Lakers in their 29 championships don't really care about what the Clippers are doing, unfortunately.
Well, look, I will say, right, the Clippers had that marketing slogan, streetlights over spots. Such an incredible series. Jason Tatum had opportunities to change the Celtics' fate in Game 1, both at the end of regulation and in overtime. And yesterday, Coach Brad Stevens was asked why Tatum's isolation plays weren't that effective. He had a really interesting answer. Take a listen.
It wasn't just Tatum. I mean, there were several times we isolated at the slot, and they did a great job of, you know, the next guys, both the corner defender and the wing defender, were both long in help and active in help. They've been great at that. You're not going to attack them one-on-one, let alone one-on-three. And so we just all have to do a better job of moving the ball and getting to where we want to go. And we talked a lot about that today, and there's no question that, you know, the last two games specifically, our offense has been way too stagnant to the game.
So, Vince, listening to Brad there, you wouldn't know that they were up double digits in the fourth quarter at one point. But he's right. Yeah. They did lose that lead, especially on those isolation plays. What do you think the biggest adjustment that the Celtics need to make tonight to even up the series?
Well, he said it right there. You know, share the ball, turnovers, and, you know, you can't get comfortable. I think once they got the lead, they wanted to go into ISO ball. And, you know, if I'm on that team late in the game and I'm Jason Tatum, I'm telling them attack. Put the onus on the referee. You see the shot that he chose to take. I'm telling you, hey, attack, man. Make these guys foul you, man. Get to the basket. He's had success all playoffs of getting fouled. And another thing, you got to stop that guy, Jimmy Butler, in the fourth quarter in overtime. He had 8 points in the fourth quarter in overtime, and he gets it going. So I think defensively, you got to kind of make somebody else beat you, because he's been known in the bubble right now for getting going in the fourth and in overtime or late in the game, let's say.
Yeah, and it's funny, when you go back to before the series and you listen to Brad Stevens talk about, hey, the Miami Heat moved the ball like the Golden State Warriors. You know, not the same type of shooters, but the way they move the ball. And he's kind of saying that to his team because he understands we have to move the ball. He's making these references. The difference is that Boston has a few more guys that are able to play ISO ball, because you have Kemba Walker, you have Jason Tatum. Miami doesn't really have that. Jimmy Butler is their real main only ISO guy. And so when he's talking about we got to work our defense, there's moments in the game where you can play ISO and use your skill set, but there's also stretches where you got to move the ball, quote unquote, like the Miami Heat do or like the Golden State Warriors used to do. So that was not only a message about the Miami Heat, but that was also a message to his team, and that's what they have to do. They got to get a ton of ball movement at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And RJ, let's add this real quick, guys. I just want to add this. I think Kemba Walker is going to be important piece to this game. Because if he's scoring and he's getting in the paint, he creates easier shots. And when he gets the ISO, you see the step back he tried to take over at Bam Adebayo. If he's beating him, you open things up for your team.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And we're going to talk a lot more about this game throughout the show. So excited for this Eastern Conference Finals series. I just think it's been incredible and long and a dogfight. But right, A'ja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces, congratulations not only on this incredible award and moment in your career, but also that was an incredible scene, the surprise with the commissioner. What was that like?
Oh, man, yeah, I feel like my whole life is a lie at this point. Honestly, we were coming in thinking that I had a referees meeting, and I thought we were just going to have a talk with the refs because we're going into the semifinals, of course, and then that's when we see, Kathy walk up, and she's, giving the speech, and then I'm like, all of a sudden I just started crying, and I literally haven't heard any of the speech, so hopefully I can hear it in the video. I just became overwhelmed with so much emotion. Like Holly was saying, my mascara is running. Like, I look a mess right now, but I am truly grateful.
Does not matter what your mascara is doing when you're the MVP. You can look however you want. Although I do understand that from now on, anytime your teammates or coaches tell you, hey, we're going to go grab dinner, hey, we're going to go to a team meeting, you never know what they're actually going to be doing with you. So that's going to be a challenge for you the rest of the way.
Can't trust it.
What is it
for
like
sure.
down
Can't
there?
trust it right now.
Right? Yeah, for sure. What is it like when your teammates are not misleading you to give you a giant trophy? What is it like down there in the bubble in Bradenton, Florida, the Wubble?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty normal. I know I'm safer here in the bubble than I would be, on the Vegas Strip or in Vegas. But, I do miss my family a lot. I miss my puppy. But, we're here for something that's bigger than us, and that's what keeps me going. And that's what's truly special about having us all underneath one roof. We can really put a lot of minds together to create change in this world and plant seeds. So it's been tough. I can't lie to you. Every day is just, it seems like Groundhog's Day, but, we're here.
Absolutely. And of course, the change you're talking about is the most important work. It just is. You are also trying to win a title, and now you got those MVP expectations on you. What do you think of your team's chances there?
I mean, I go to war for my teammates, and I know they'll do the same for me. So I think our chances are really high. It's funny to think that we weren't even in the conversation leading into the bubble, and here we are. So we're just going to take it all in stride. We're not going to change up a lot of different things. Just going to be in our system and throw the ball up and see what happens.
Excellent. Well, anytime you guys take the court, they're going to announce, and the MVP, A'ja Wilson. Congratulations. Always so good to have you back on the show. If you guys go ahead and win that ring, I expect to see you back right here. Ooh, you got the trophy. Congratulations.
Got you. Thank you so much, Rachel.
So much fun. Now, in addition to the MVP, we are also thrilled to announce right here on The Jump, Crystal Dangerfield from the Minnesota Lynx, the 2020 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She's the 16th overall pick, so she is now the first player not selected in the first round of the WNBA draft to win the award. And this has been given out since '98, so that's pretty cool. And her coach, Cheryl Reeve, is the 2020 Coach of the Year. And she is now the third coach in league history to win the award 3 times. So congratulations to both of them as well. So cool to be able to do that. And just, I've got to love A'ja Wilson. She's amazing. We've got so much more coming up on The Jump. I got Richard Jefferson and Vince Carter with me. And guys, we're going to be talking about the top 5 LeBron James dimes to his first-team All-NBA counterpart Anthony Davis with the Lake Show. Now that the Clippers and Bucks are out of the playoffs, are the Lakers in the driver's seat for the title? Well, we got some visual evidence.